Since the beginning of Russia's war against Ukraine, the Russian authorities have reacted sharply to the protests. The list of criminal articles against those who disagree with the so-called special military operation is extensive. Those involved in anti-war cases are often charged with hooliganism, vandalism, violence against government officials, and other violence. The prosecutor's office requested 6 years of imprisonment for Smolensk businessman Vladimir Volkov for posting anti-war price tags in a supermarket. According to the investigation, there were leaflets with words about Ukraine on them.
At that moment, I could not control my feelings and emotional state. I did not agree with the actions of the armed forces of the Russian Federation only because I am against the deaths of people in peacetime according to my personal opinions. I still believe that it is better for all of us to live for our homeland rather than die for it. Vladimir Volkov, entrepreneur from Smolensk, from a courtroom speech.
An electrician from Nizhny Novgorod who expressed his opinion against the war was sentenced to 4 years in prison. The wife said that the investigators were interested in her husband's post on social networks during the searches. A 30-year-old resident of Kerch was detained for allegedly publicly calling for extremist activity. The sanction of the article is up to 5 years of imprisonment.
Since the beginning of the military operation have been spreading bad comments on Telegram channels about the Russian military, about the president, and about the people of Russia.
The Izhemsky district court in the Komi Republic sent eco-activist Alexei Simeono under house arrest until December 6th. According to OVD Info, the activist has already been charged with allegedly discrediting the Russian military on his social media page. In one of his posts, he listed the number of children who were killed because of the war in Ukraine. A resident of Bashkortostan was arrested for 5 days and fined 40,000 rubles for a single picket. A placard in his hands had the inscription, "Putin, this is your last anniversary."
Oh, what a mess, he didn't even resist you.
A Russian scientist, Professor Vladimir Volkov, who had recently been teaching history in village schools in Vladimir region, was fired for his anti-war position. The historian expressed his opinion about the war in Ukraine during a lesson in the 6th grade.
Once they asked me, how do you like our president? I told them frankly that he unleashed the war in Ukraine and civilians were being killed on his orders. Our country attacked a foreign country, a good neighbor. In short, I said what I thought. Perhaps the parents were outraged and came to the principal. Vladimir Volkov, Russian scientist, in an interview with Radio Liberty.
Searches, detentions, fines and arrests for any expression of anti-war position in Russia are now reported daily by publications that the Kremlin has called foreign agents. But despite the repressions, the number of people dissatisfied with the actions of Russia's leader continue to grow every day. Reported by Roman Smoler, Natalia Husak, UATV News.